Okay. So we are on to unit number 1. So in the last lecture, we have seen the introduction of unit number 1. So today we'll be seeing the second point. So before going to that little bit, let us revise what is internet, what is things, and what is Internet of Things. So it is the system architecture that has revolutionized communication and methods by allowing various computer networks around the world to interconnect with each other. That is called as the internet. And things are nothing but the physical objects, that may be idea, that may be person, or maybe things. And that is the together it is called as the things, especially it is called as the physical object. Then Internet of Things, it is a network of physical objects or person called as things that are embedded with software, electronics, network, and sensors that allow these objects to collect and exchange the data, and that is called as the Internet of Things. So we know what is internet. It is nothing but the computer networks which are connected with each other around the world. We know things, that is a physical object, idea, or a person. And we know Internet of Things, that is the network of physical objects or person that are called as things, which are embedded together with the software, electronics, network, and sensors that allow these objects to collect and exchange the data. So that's what the things are about. So now, what is the central idea of the chapter? You know that we'll get to introduce to IoT, components of IoT, and various applications of the IoTs. It's powering industry 4.0, and hence it is needed to get implemented. Then the course objectives to make student aware of different components of IoT systems. This is the outcome. Student can elaborate different components of IoT system. And these are the major components of the IoT systems. Now we are into the components of IoT systems. So you can see that the thing or devices, gateway, then it is connected to cloud, then analytics, and then user interface. So there are mostly four components of IoT: things or device, a gateway, cloud, analytics, or a user interface. Now let us see the first component, that is thing or device. That is a smart devices and sensors. The devices and sensors are the components of the device connectivity layer. These smart sensors are continuously collecting the data from the environment and transmitting the information to the next layer. So the first and foremost task of this first component is to collect the information. Now it is consist of different sensors. So there are a lot of sensors which will be continuously taking the collecting the data from the environment and then transmitting it to the next layer. Latest techniques in the semiconductor technology is capable of producing micro smart sensors for various applications. So this is quite a new thing, which is like with normal sensors there are normally micro smart sensors are also there. Common sensors that are being used are temperature sensors, thermostats, pressure sensor, humidity sensor, moisture level, light intensity sensors, moisture sensors, proximity detection sensors, and the RFID tags also are included in the smart devices and sensors. Now, most of these modern smart devices and sensors are connected to the low power wireless networks. So through that, they are connected to the next level. So through which they are connected to the next level? Through Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, Z-Wave, then is LO, RAVAN, etc. Each of these wireless technologies has its own pros and cons in terms of power, data transfer rate, and overall efficiency. So everyone is having its own advantages and own disadvantages. Development in a low power, low cost wireless transmitting devices are promising in the area of IoT due to long battery life and efficiency. So developing a low power, low cost wireless transmitting devices, these are really very important in case of IoTs, because they are because of them they are having the long battery life and efficiency will also improve. Now this is the second layer, which is called as the gateway, second component. So you can see that the PIR sensors connected to the Arduino, and through which it is connected to the gateway, that is Raspberry Pi, and then it is connected to the IoT cloud platform. So this is how the gateway is been connecting source between the input and the cloud. So what this IoT gateway means? IoT gateway manages the bi-directional data traffic between different networks and protocols. IoT gateway manages, where is the gateway? We can see the gateway is here. So it is between the cloud and IoT devices, sensors. It is between the cloud and the sensors, smart devices and sensors. IoT gateway manages the bi-directional data traffic between different networks and protocols. So in both the way directions is there. So it is managing the direction, means it is managing the data between the smart devices and sensors and cloud. Another function of gateway is to translate different network protocols and make sure interoperability of the connected devices and sensors. Gateways can be configured to perform pre-processing of the collected data from thousands of sensors locally before transmitting it to the next stage. So gateway also is responsible for pre-processing of that data which has been received from the environment, received from different sources. So pre-process it and then only it is sent to the next stage. So gateway is also having that function that is been carried out. IoT gateway offers certain level of security for the network and transmit data with a higher order encryption techniques. So beyond that, it also gives you the security of your data. It acts as a middle layer between devices and the cloud to protect the system from malicious attack and unauthorized access. So gateway is really very important. First is that it provides a bidirectional traffic between different networks. Then another function is to translate different network protocols and make sure interoperability between of the connected devices and sensors, pre-processing of the information before sending it to the next stage, providing certain level of security by giving by using the encryption technique, and it also acts as a middle layer between the devices and cloud to protect the system from malicious attacks and unauthorized access. So these are the functions of gateways. Internet of Things create massive data from the devices, applications and users, which has to be managed in an efficient way. So after the gateway, so first is the smart devices and sensors, second is the gateway, now third one is the cloud. So gateway is between cloud and the smart sensors. Now cloud does have an important role as far as with connecting with the gateway. So Internet of Things create a massive data from the devices and applications which has to manage in efficient way. IoT cloud offers tools to collect, process, manage and store huge amount of data in real time. So this is very important function of a cloud. It actually offers some tool to collect, the process and manage and store huge amount of data in real time. Industries and services can easily access these data remotely and make a critical decisions whenever necessary. So these data can be taken or shared with the industries and services so that they can use it for critical decisions wherever required. Basically, IoT cloud is sophisticated high-performance network of servers optimized to perform a high-speed data processing of billions of devices, traffic management, and deliver accurate analytics. So, सबसे काम और सबसे important काम है IoT cloud का is to provide a high-performance network of servers optimized to perform high-speed data processing of billions of devices. So यानी कि बहुत सारा डेटा जो कलेक्ट हुआ है उनको प्रोसेस करने का काम करता है, बिलियंस ऑफ डिवाइसेस से जो डेटा कलेक्ट हुआ है उनके बीच में ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट का भी काम करता है और डिलीवर एक्यूरेट एनालिटिक्स करने का भी काम करता है. सो क्लाउड इज हैविंग the most important role is to manage the data, which is a massive data coming from all the devices. Not only manage but also have to see the data is processed, high speed data is processed properly, traffic management is done properly, and deliver the accurate analytics that has been provided by the cloud. Cloud system integrates billions of devices, sensors, gateways, protocols, data storage, and provides predictive analytics. Companies use these analytics data for improvement of products and services, preventive measures for certain steps, and build their new business models accurately. So, as far as the billions of data that is been managed by the cloud, it actually helps you to give the predictive analytics. It provides the predictive analytics. So when you have that predictive analytics, that means you can develop your own business model very accurately. Distributed data management systems are one of the most important components of IoT cloud. So distributed database management system is done by the cloud, which is very important. This is the cloud architecture. So you can see that there is a client side and the management side. So client side infrastructure is connected, is a front end, which is connected through internet to the back end. Back end is having the management, application, service, storage, and security. Now, what is this front end and what is the back end? The front end is used by the client. So where is the client? You can see that the client side infrastructure. The front end is used by the client. It contains the client side interfaces and applications that are required to access the cloud computing platforms. The front end includes web servers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorers, etc., thin and fat client, tablets, and mobile devices. Whereas the backend is used by the service providers. So front end is actually used by the client and the backend is used by the service providers. It manages all the resources that are required to provide cloud computing services. It includes huge amount of data storage, security mechanism, virtual machines, deploying models, servers, ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल एंड मैकेनिज्म. यानी फ्रंट एंड जो है वो क्लाइंट साइड है और वो इंटरफेस और एप्लीकेशंस के बारे में ध्यान रखता है, जबकि बैक एंड जो है वो मैनेज करता है रिसोर्सेस को दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रोवाइड क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग सर्विसेज विच में बी huge amount of data storage, security mechanism, virtual machines, deploying models, traffic control, etc. So in this way, the cloud architecture has two parts. Now, the following components which are there in cloud computing architecture. One is the client infrastructure. This is a front end component and it provides a GUI, that is a graphical user interface to interact with the cloud. Application. The application may be any software or platform that a client wants to access. Service. Cloud services manages that types of service you access according to the client's requirement. So जिस तरह से client का requirement है उस हिसाब से cloud service manage करता है service देने के लिए. Runtime cloud is a provide the execution and runtime environment to the virtual machines. And storage is one of the most important component of cloud computing. It provides a huge amount of storage capacity in the cloud to store and manage the data. So this is about the cloud architecture. Then remaining two components are infrastructure and management. Infrastructure provides services on the host level, application level, and the network level. Cloud infrastructure includes hardware and software components such as servers, storage, network devices, virtualization software, and other storage devices that are needed to support the cloud computing model. Whereas management is used to manage components such as application service, runtime cloud, storage infrastructure, and other security issues in the backend and establish the coordination between them. So this is all components about the cloud architecture. Then 8th and 9th is security. So obviously it is having an inbuilt backend components of cloud computing. It implements a security mechanism in the backend. सो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ होती है कि सिक्योरिटी बैक एंड में देने के लिए. बैक एंड में अगर दोगे तो फ्रंट एंड में ऑटोमेटिकली होता है, लेकिन बैक एंड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Then internet is a media through which the front end and back end can interact and communicate with each other. So that is the most important part, is that how the interaction does happen with each other is with the help of the internet. So for connecting the front end and back end and communicating with each other, the internet is responsible. Then comes the analytics. So it is the process of converting the analog data from billions of smart devices and sensors into a useful insight which can be interpreted and used for the detailed analysis. यानी जो भी डेटा आपको मिला है वो सारा बिलियंस ऑफ स्मार्ट डिवाइसेस से डेटा मिला है, उसको अच्छी तरह से इंटरप्रेट करना ताकि वो अच्छी तरह से यूज हो सके. Smart analytics solutions are inevitable for IoT solutions for management and improvement of the entire system. One of the most major advantages of efficient IoT system is the real-time smart analytics, which helps the engineers to find out the irregularities in the collected data and act fast to prevent an undesired scenario. यानी सबसे important बात है कि अगर किसी भी efficient IoT को efficient बनाना है तो रियल टाइम स्मार्ट एनालिटिक्स बहुत काम में आता है, क्योंकि वो रियल टाइम में ही उस इश्यू को सॉल्व करके इरेगुलरिटीज जो है वो डेटा जो कलेक्ट हुआ है उसमें ढूंढ के आप इमीडिएटली रिएक्ट करके उसको ठीक कर सकते हो. दैट इज व्हाट द रियल टाइम एनालिटिक्स इज अबाउट. And information is very significant in any business model and predictive analysis, ensuring the success in concerned area of business line. Then comes the user interface, which is the fourth component. It is the user interface are visible and the tangible part. So जो दिखता है वो user interface है, बाकी जो भी है वो back end पे है. This is the front end part. So it is a visible and tangible part of the IoT systems which can be accessible by the users. Designers will have to make sure a well-designed user interface for minimum effort for the user. So friendly, यूजर फ्रेंडली बनाना बहुत जरूरी है ताकि यूजर के लिए वो आसान हो and encourage more interactions. User interface design has a higher significance in today's competitive world market. It often determines the user whether to choose a particular device or the appliance. Users will be interested to buy new devices or smart gadgets if it is very user friendly. So user friendly कितना बनाते हैं उस पे उसका selling बहुत depend करता है, and compatibility with the common wireless standards will make it much more important. So ये चारों कंपोनेंट्स के होने के बाद जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज अभी रहती है बचती है वो है इनके बीच में कम्युनिकेशन कैसा होता है. So obviously communication system becomes the fifth important component which will be dealing with these four components. So communication actually means exchange of the informations between source and destination. So source and destinations के बीच में exchange करने का काम communication करता है. Communication module consists of protocol handlers, message queue, and message cache. A device message queue inserts a message in the queue and deletes a message from the queue in, first out manner. A device manages cache stores the received messages. Then representational state transfer architectural style can be used for HTTP access. Get graphical edit toolkit, post that is power on self-test, PUT that is programmable unijunction transistor, and delete methods for resources and building web services. The communication links used in IoT may be a wired or a wireless. So obviously wireless is much more preferred. In wired, there are two types of communication, serial and parallel. For longer distance, serial communication is preferred. The serial data transmission and reception is done in the form of I2C, that is inter-integrated circuit, SPI, that is serial peripheral interface, etc. Excuse me. Example of IoT. So last time we have seen this example, but I'll explain you with this figure so that it will be easy to understand. So you can see that there are group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. We are going for a smart street light in the city. It's a smart street light. So obviously when the smart street light is being uses IoT as one of the most important mode, how the things will change. So you can see that there are group 1, group 2 street light, group 3 and group 4 street lights. So group 1 and group 2, all the information from group 1 and group 2 will be given to the group controller 1 and 2, whereas all the information from group 3 and 4 street lights will be given to the group controller 3 and 4. Now group 1, 2, 3 and 4, all these group controllers will be given to the internet, will be connected with the help of internet. That will be connected with the help of central command and control station, from where all the control of these street lights will be managed. This is called as the smart street light in the city. So you can take the example, street light in the city can be made to function like living entities through sensing and computing, using embedded systems that can communicate and interact through central control and command station through internet. Assume that each light in a group of 16 street light comprises sensing, computing, and communicating. So each group connect to the controller. Each group connect to the controller. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. They will be connected to the controller. So with the help of Bluetooth and Zigbee, they can be controlled. Then each controller further will be connected to the central command and control station through the internet. So they can be easily controlled. So this is how this is the four major components to remember: things or device, gateway, then comes the cloud, analytics, user interface. So more important is this one. So you have a cloud architecture, which is the client side and the back end side and the front end side. So client side is the front end side, and the rest is the back end side. So front and back end are connected through internet. Back end contains management, application, service, and storage. So this is important. So I do feel so, and this is the example of the street light. So that's all. So should we take attendance? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Roll number 1.
Yes, sir, present.
Roll number 2.
Yes, sir.
3. 3 is there. 4.
Yes, sir.
5. 6. 7. 8.
Yes, sir.
9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14.
Present, sir.
15. 16. 17.
Yes, sir.
18.
16.
16 is there. 18.
Present, sir.
19. 20. 19 is there.
Yes, sir.
20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25.
Yes, sir.
24
Yes,
or
sir.
25. 24 is there.
24.
25.
Yes,
25.
sir. Yes,
26.
sir.
27. 28. 29. 30. 31.
Present, sir.
32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42.
Some
43.
present, sir.
44. 45. 46.
Yes, sir.
47. 48. 49. 50, 51, 52, 53,
Present.
52, 53, 54, 55,
Present.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 62 is there? Okay. Any other number remaining?
Sir, 43.
Sir, 37.
43, 37. Okay.
6.
Roll number 6. Any other? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.